Hi everybody, welcome back to Charmed Intuition Tarot. So for today's video, I am super excited to be doing a collaboration with a YouTube channel that I absolutely love, and it is Brooke over at Brook Waldorf Tarot. She is so amazing, guys. I'm going to link her video down below. In fact, if you haven't seen the movie Clueless, I strongly advise that you actually watch Brooke's video first, because she just has an amazing way of explaining movies and shows and her themes. She's just got she's so amazing. She's so down to earth and explains things really nicely. So she's done a little bit of a summary or a movie explanation of the theme that we chose. And we chose the movie Clueless. It's a movie that her and I both really love, and a movie that we grew up watching. This movie is from the 90s and it's super nostalgic for me. I've seen it probably hundreds of times by now. And it's a lot of fun. And it stars Alicia Silverstone, Stacey Dash, and Brittany Murphy. And it's just a lot of fun. It's just a cute sort of romantic comedy. And it also stars Paul Rudd, who is my secret crush. Not so secret anymore. I love him. He's amazing. But we're going to have some fun today. So we've got 3 piles. And I chose items that were sort of featured in the movie, I guess. So they use pagers a lot in the movie, which is super 90s and very funny. But we've got a pager and a fluffy pen, which is something that Sherry uses, the main character, throughout the video. Let me just put that out of the glare there. We've got a flip phone, which is hilarious and amazing. And then we've got some nail polish and makeup, because in the video or in the movie, they do quite a few different makeovers, and there's lots of scenes with her doing her makeup, okay? And we also have the pendulum. We're going to find out a few physical characteristics, and we have the charms, of course, as well. I definitely would advise you to go over to Brooke's channel, watch her video, and you might get some more clues as to who this is. So basically, with the 2 videos combined, the charms and the pendulum, we're going to try and give you as many clues as to who has a secret crush on you as possible, and maybe it'll provide the answer. Maybe you'll find out who has a secret crush on you. So yeah, definitely check out Brooke's channel. I'll link it below. She uses Funko Pops, and they're so cute. They're little figurines. I had intended on getting a little figurine just to represent her in this video, but I didn't get it ordered on time, so that's okay. But she has just the coolest video. She uses Funko Pops. She uses a lot of themes too, which you guys know me. I love themes with videos, so her videos are just so amazing. Her explanations and her voice and just her readings are always on point too. So definitely advise you checking out Brook Waldorf Tarot. She's amazing, and thank you, Brooke, so much for doing this collaboration with me. I was so excited. I loved the theme that we chose, and I hope you guys really enjoy this video, okay? So we've got 1, 2, and 3, and we'll start with number 1. Group 1. So if you chose the pager and the fluffy pen, this message is for you. Let's try and find out as much information as we can as to who might have a crush on you. And forgive my shirt, it's quite linty. It's one of those shirts that picks up dog hair and seems to be picking up everything. But here we go. So we've got revelation, express your love, truth be told, romantic feelings. And for your tarot cards, you have the magician, the hermit card, 7 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Okay. So, group 1. And we'll do your charms and your pendulum too. I just want to take a look at these cards first. So, what jumps out at me is the revelation card. So this card tells me that this person might have had a sudden realization of their feelings for you. So, and then with the truth be told card, it almost makes me think like this person's known you for a while and they have something like they really want to open up about being the, the crush on you. But it makes me think that perhaps you could be friends with this person already. You could be co-workers with them. I feel like you already have a very strong relationship with them, perhaps as friends, or again, as co-workers or something like that. Like you see them a lot. I feel like this is somebody who has already an established relationship because of the revelation card. So that makes me think like they've had an epiphany. They suddenly thought, oh my gosh, I feel so strongly for them. Like it was a sudden realization. The 7 of Pentacles too tells me like you might have some history too, because that's a card about reflection. So perhaps they're looking back at your friendship and all the things that you've shared together, and they might actually be a little bit frustrated that things haven't progressed romantically with you. The Ten of Cups, this sort of tells me like they really want a long-term thing with you. They really imagine perhaps marrying you. They imagine having kids with you, really being committed to you. The Magician tells me that this could be sort of, well, they could have experienced sort of a spiritual awakening with this Revelation card. So perhaps they've been doing, and the Hermit card actually supports that too. So perhaps they've been doing some serious soul searching, and this soul searching and really deciding what it is that they want and who they care about sort of made them have this sudden realization that they care about you romantically. The Magician tells me that you guys could have a very strong, almost magical connection too. The Knight of Cups combined with the Express Your Love card tells me like they might have the opportunity to share this with you soon. So if you are aware of who this is too, this could be sort of a prompt for you to share your feelings if you feel the same way. If you know who this is, this could be sort of just a clue for you, like if you feel the same way and you want things to progress, perhaps you could drop some subtle hints or express your feelings too. But the romantic feelings says your feelings are real and worth exploring. So they're really realizing that their feelings for you are real. They probably, when they see you, they get very strong butterflies and romantic feelings. Like you give them, like they're probably very excited to see you. You might catch them flirting with you. But in their mind, you have no idea. So if you do have a clue, to them, they don't think that you have any idea. And we're going to do the pendulum and the charms too to see if we can get some more information. But I'm going to make sure I'm not missing anything. The Knight of Cups makes me feel like they're very eager to pursue a relationship with you. Combined with the Ten of Cups, I think they really want to move forward with this. Okay, so they really imagine being with you long term. This sort of tells me like they might be a little bit impulsive and quite flirty with you, whether or not they realize it. Yeah, the Hermit card tells me like they might be a very independent person. They might not be very good at sharing their feelings, so maybe that's where the hesitation comes from. But I think a lot of that has to do with this spiritual awakening that they've been having, this revelation. So that sort of tells me that you guys might have a very strong connection already, a friendship perhaps. But let's look at your charms too. Okay, so for letters, we have a C and a J. We have an O, a Y, and a G. Okay, so some of those letters might be significant for perhaps initials. So we have the It's Complicated charm and the mask. Inside of this little charm, we have the Seven of Cups stuck here. Okay, we've got live. Okay, I'm just taking a look here. And I'll raise these up so you can take a look too, because there might be something significant to you. The guitar pick might be a clue. They might be very musical. They might be a very creative person too. This charm makes me think that they are very independent. They might really like traveling as well. The key sort of tells me like they have a plan. They have an answer for how they're going to deal with this. So I think they have a plan. Pardon me, that's loud. I think they have a plan to reveal the truth to you. I think they have sort of an idea of how they're going to open up and express their feelings for you. But currently, I think they're really keeping it to themselves. But they have strong romantic feelings for you. Again, I think this was a sudden realization. Perhaps you guys were hanging out as friends and they sort of just had this moment of, oh my gosh, I could see myself marrying this person or spending my life with them, with this Ten of Cups for sure. I think they definitely can imagine a commitment with you. The Magician sort of just speaks to me of the fact that it could be a clue that they're very spiritual people. It could be a clue too that you two already have a very deep connection, almost a spiritual connection as well. So, and that just again tells me like they've had some sort of spiritual awakening. Combined with that Hermit card, I feel like they've been doing a lot of soul searching. And again, with the Seven of Pentacles, a lot of assessment. Perhaps the past relationships that have failed, perhaps your relationship together as friends, and they're sort of going back and thinking about things and really reflecting on the past and looking towards the future as well. And the Knight of Cups tells me like this is a clue that they might be very flirty, very impulsive, a little bit eager, and just sort of the romantic type. So if you know them as a friend, that might be a clue, like they're just sort of like a hopeless romantic type person, and very eager to be in a relationship as well. And just to remind you of the letters, we have the C, the O, the G, the Y, and the J. We've got the music there. Oh yeah, and this sort of, the old-fashioned romance charm sort of reminds me of the Knight of Cups too. I feel like they're a hopeless romantic. They really like romance, and they really like being in a relationship. Like that's something they really enjoy. Okay, so let's set this aside and we'll look at the pendulum, and this will give us some clues for physical characteristics as well. And I'm not going to get into anything other than hair and eye color again, okay? So this is going to be the hair color of the person that has a crush on you, group 1. So we've got a few different choices here, and just take what resonates. This isn't going to apply to everyone, right? This is a general reading, so okay. So this is the hair color of the person that has a secret crush on you. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's sort of hovering between brown and black hair, okay? So let's set these aside and then we'll find out the eye colors. So far we have brown and black hair. So we've got, for eyes we have other. Other would be like somebody with 2 different eye colors, or eye colors that change. Gray eyes, there's just different kinds that might be. And we've got blue, green, hazel, and brown. Okay. So the eye color of the person that has a secret crush on you. Brown eyes. So brown or black hair and brown eyes. Okay, group 1. So let's summarize here. We have, so this is somebody that you probably already have a relationship with as far as friendship goes, or co-workers. You already have an established relationship that has made them sort of have a revelation about how they feel about you. Okay, so this is somebody that probably knows you quite well. Romantic feelings, so they have very strong romantic feelings for you. Truth be told, and then I think you had the mask too, you did. So there's 2 masks here, so they're hiding right now. They're trying to be very secretive about this, keep it under wraps, but they have a lot that they want to say. So the express your love combined with the little hearts and the open window here tells me that they do have intentions of opening up to you. With the Knight of Cups too, I think they have a lot that they want to say. They're just trying to figure out a plan, okay? The 7 of Pentacles, I think they've been doing a lot of reflection. With the Hermit too, a lot of self-reflection and reflection of your relationship currently. They imagine a future with you, and the 2 of you might have a very strong spiritual connection. So as well as having the brown hair or black hair and then the brown eyes, it's a complicated situation. So that makes me too think that you guys could already have a friendship connection. I feel like this person's an excellent problem solver. They're probably very musical, a hopeless romantic. Let's see here. Creative, possibly. For the letters, again, we have a C, a J, a Y, an O, and a G. Okay, I feel like they have the answer, or they're pretty sure that this is how they feel. Like they're very positive of their feelings for you, and I feel like that tells me they have a plan of how they're going to approach the situation. They've sort of got it figured out, or they're currently in the process of figuring out how they're going to open up to you. And yeah, I think they're probably quite creative. Again, an excellent problem solver. They might be the kind of person that really likes to travel, or they might be sort of an independent type person. Not romantically, I think they actually like being in a relationship, but just generally they're fairly independent. Probably a very hard worker as well. Okay, group 1, if that resonated, please leave me a comment below. And just to remind you, please go check out Brooke's channel too for this video, because it would be interesting to see if you have any matches between the videos, to see if the 2 readings matched up. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much. Hey, group 2, if you chose the flip phone, this message is for you. And I tried to put batteries in it, but it's not working. This is really old. This is like from the 90s, but yeah, it's not working, but I think it's supposed to make sound, and it's just kind of like the phone they have in the movie, so I thought that was cute. So if that was your choice, we'll get into it. We'll do your charms in just a moment, and the pendulum, but first let's see what cards you have. So, you have romantic love, attraction, passion, these are all very fitting, soulmate. For your tarot cards, you have the 8 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Star card. Okay, group 2, let's take a look here. So the one that jumps out at me in particular is the soulmate card. So to me, this tells me this is somebody that feels like they already look at you as their soulmate, or perhaps their twin flame. They're already looking at you as somebody that they're quite in love with too. The romantic love tells me that right away too. So they have a very strong admiration for you. I think they admire you. They admire how loving you are, how caring you are, perhaps how passionate you are. They really admire you. They're very physically attracted to you, and they might be a very romantic person themselves, so they really like romance, and they see that in you, so they're very attracted to you. It's a beautiful card. Yeah, with the soulmates, I think they already recognize that you could be the person that they see as their soulmate. The attraction and the passion card, I mean, these cards are pretty fitting here. This is funny, because this sort of says it all. That the passion, I feel like and the attraction, they're very attracted to you. They're very attracted to you. And just, I feel like you're somebody who enjoys the small things, and they enjoy your passion. So that's sort of the message I got with the romantic love card, the Aphrodite card, is I feel like they are very attracted to your zest for life and your positivity. That also tells me that they probably fantasize about you and daydream about you. Perhaps they're dreaming about you as well. The other thing that jumped out at me, what I found interesting, was the fact that you have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, which is super cool. So they feel like you're an excellent match for them. And that sort of ties in with the soulmate card too. So they really recognize that you are an excellent match. So they see you as somebody that they could settle down with. I feel like they see you as somebody they can be comfortable with, just vegging at home, watching movies. They find you very comforting. I feel like they're a very mature energy, and you are too. Like, I feel perhaps you're ready to settle down and have somebody to share your life with. This also reminds me of like mutual effort too. It would be a very even relationship. So I'm surprised we didn't get the 2 of Cups actually, because that's sort of what this reminds me of, is just a mutual effort between the both of you. I feel like they find you very wise, intelligent, just smart, successful, but they also might have those same qualities too. So that's a clue as to who this might be. I feel like they'd be very supportive. So the King of Pentacles sort of always, the word I always think of is supportive. They might be very charming and charismatic. Quite smart always comes up for me. Strong and very successful. So they're very work-oriented, and perhaps you are too. So that's something you guys really share and you have in common. The Star makes me think in a romance reading that you're the only one on their mind. You're like the star of their heart. You're the only one they want, and that sort of reminds me too of the soulmate card. So to them, you're tops. You're it. They have already imagined a life with you. So it'd be interesting to find out who this person is, if they know you well, or if they're just somebody that met you once and just sort of felt that very strong connection. The 9 of Wands sort of tells me that they may have gone through some sort of battle recently, as far as like a breakup or romantic difficulties. They might have recently got out of a relationship. So, and I think this was a challenging situation. So they're ready for something more mature. And that's where I think the Pentacles come into play, the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. They're ready for something mature. They're ready for a committed relationship with somebody that they can settle down with. And that's why they really admire you, I'm seeing here. The Eight of Wands tells me like they might tell you very soon. I feel like when they do, things are going to progress. I mean, providing the feelings are mutual and you feel the same way, things would progress quite quickly with the both of you, I think. It would be just very like a sweep you off your feet type thing with the Eight of Wands. So it would go quite quickly. So I have a feeling, I'm also surprised you didn't pull the engagement card, because I feel like they would be the type to propose to you immediately because they recognize that you could be the soulmate. So let's take a look at your charms group too and see what they have to say. Okay, so they want to kiss you. They've imagined kissing you. That could have been part of their daydreams there. For the letters, we have a D, an I, an N. Lots of initials. This is a good help. We have an M and a C. Okay, I'm not going to read the numbers right now. We have an S. I use the number charm sometimes as timelines, okay? So that could sometimes give us, so I use it as a span of time. So how soon they might share their feelings sometimes, but I usually use those more for personal readings. So let's see here. I think this person's quite humorous, very funny. But I do see them having some anxiety around the situation, or some worries with the little worry doll here. I feel like they have some concerns about this for some reason. And let me just pull your other cards here. This could have to do with the relationship that they recently got out of, because I am seeing like they got out of something recently, or they've been through some pretty challenging relationships in the past. I think this, with the polar bear, I think of a family. So this person might be have a very strong value, like family values. They might want to have a family with you. If it's a man that this person is, they'd be very masculine, so they definitely have more of the yang energy compared to the yin energy. Whether or not it's a female or a male, doesn't matter. They just carry more of that masculine energy. Oh, we have a Y as well. They're a very gentle soul too, which sort of makes sense with the romantic love card. I feel like they're very gentle, very loving, very kind. I feel like they would be a very strong comfort for you, because I'm seeing the anxiety charm here, and then I'm also seeing the hope charm. We've got the hope dove there. We've got a lot of signs about comfort here and comforting. Like we've got the little T here, which could mean, I look at that as talking with friends and just comfort. Got the believe charm here. I feel like this charm makes sense, because I look at this charm as you hold the key to their heart. They've already made up their mind about you. The soulmate, this charm reminds me of the soulmate card, actually. So they've already made up their mind. To them, you're already the person that they want to be with. They already know that. We've got the paper clips, so I look at that as attachment. The ghost makes me think of that past relationship scenario that I was talking about. So they have something from the past that might be preventing them from wanting to move forward or causing some anxiety about moving forward. But overall, they're looking at things pretty optimistically. The kiss charm keeps jumping out at me. I think they really want to kiss you. That's something they've definitely thought about. So for words, you have you can kiss, you can gentle. So you might be able to, you can let. Perhaps it's you that's been through the experience. That sort of just made me think that maybe it's you that just came out of a difficult relationship or scenario where that's why the person's sort of holding back or not saying anything at this point. Perhaps it's you that's been through a challenging situation. We've got the you too. So you can, so that just sort of made me think that maybe it's you, and so it'll be different for everyone. Just take what resonates. But yeah, this heart and the lock here really makes me think like you hold the key to their heart. They've already made up their mind. You've got the soulmate card, romantic love. You've got that Queen of Pentacles as well as the King of Pentacles. So I think it would be an excellent match between you two. Both of you might have the similar values and goals in life for what you want. as far as just like material items like a house, but also just values and family values. I think family would be very important to this person. They have a lot of passion and physical attraction for you. So that sort of again tells me like they fantasize about you a lot in the attraction card. So it says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So that tells me that they really enjoy their time with you. They find themselves more and more attracted to you every time they're with you. The attraction just builds and builds and builds, which sort of tells me with the star card too that you're the star. You're the main focus in their mind. You are the person that you got two U's, so you're the person. You're it for them. And they do have a lot of hope that this will work out. I see travel or retirement being very important to this person. So they imagine like long term, they imagine going on vacations with you. I think they find you very comforting as well. And the 8 of Wands tells me that they want to progress quickly. Like as soon as they get their chance, they're going to want to propose, or they're just going to want to commit to you. They want things to move a lot faster. And this is a very exciting card too. It's a good energy, because I think they want things to just progress and they want to take action. They want to make a move. So, but the only card that tells me that they might be hesitating is that 9 of Wands. So I think they're sort of just coming out of a battle and maybe reflecting on it. And by battle, I just mean perhaps a relationship, a bad relationship, or, you know, it could be anything. Maybe they just went through an experience, or you did, and they're just sort of waiting for their chance. But a lot of these cards, I mean, these cards are super romantic, all of them. We have the Aphrodite card, which is so romantic, passion. They've got passion and attraction for you. They view you as a soulmate. I mean, I couldn't have imagined better cards for this. This is pretty amazing. And then the Star card. And I really like that we pulled the King and the Queen of Pentacles, because it tells me that you two could be soulmates and just be an excellent match for each other. Okay, let's just look at the pendulum and see what some of their physical characteristics are. So we're just going to do hair and eye color, and this will just give us some more clues. So let's start with eyes. So we've got blue, green eyes, brown, hazel, or other. And other would just include anything that's not here. So some people have really unique eye colors or combinations of eye colors, like gray, or some people have one eye, like their left eye is one color and the right eye is another color. So just sort of take what resonates. Okay. And I'd be really interested to find out if your reading with Brook matches up with this one, if it resonates, if the both of them sort of fit together. Okay, so they have hazel or hazily brown eyes. Okay, let's check out their hair. We've got red or auburn hair. Other would include bald. Other would include gray hair or dyed hair. We've got brown and blonde and black hair. Okay, so let's see here. So we've got brown or hazel eyes. And we'll go over your charms too before I let you guys go, so you can just have a quick reminder of some initials. So it's landed on other, okay? But I mean, for some of you, it could be red or auburn too, like an auburn colored hair. But it mostly landed on other, so we'll take that as the answer. And let me just set these aside. Let's just have a quick, so the letters, again, we have an S, a C, a D, an M, an N, an I, and a Y. So lots of letters, and that could be a location where you know them from. That could also be their initials. A lot of charms about having hope. We've got the little lighthouse and the bird, like the hope dove, the belief charm. So they really have hope that one day this is going to work out, like that you guys will have a connection and possibly a life together, a long-term commitment. They really want to move things along quickly, though. They're very eager to make this happen, for sure. But again, the ghost tells me that there's something from the past holding one or both of you back. With the little sailboat and this little beach scene here and this little flip-flops, I really think they imagine just living a very relaxing and content life with you, really relaxing. I feel like they're a gentle soul, very kind, hardworking, more of a masculine energy out of the two. Okay, so they're very, they have that more of that yang energy. the little knight, that reminds me of the Knight of Cups, so I feel like they really want to progress with you, but there is a little bit of anxiety around the situation, so just take what resonates there, but very attached to you with the paperclip, and I feel like this person is a good friend, also has a sense of humor. The candy cane reminds me, like, I feel that sort of makes me think of like just their life with you, like how they imagine having Christmases with you, perhaps having a family, like they've already thought about all of that. That's sort of what that's telling me. Like they've already decided that you're the one for them, and they're already looking and sort of fantasizing about the future, which is really nice, okay? So group 2, thank you so much for watching. Again, I'd really love to hear if it resonated with Brooke's reading and mine, if they matched up, or how you liked this reading and this collaboration. And I just thank you so much for all of your support and watching. You guys are amazing, and we'll see you next time. Group 3, if you chose the nail polish and the makeup brushes, this is your reading. Let's find out who your secret admirer is. And I chose these items just because these are things that Cher would have had in the movie. She was really into doing makeovers. Okay, so we have secrets. Well, that fits the theme perfectly. That's funny. Observer. Let your friends help you. That's interesting. Keep an open mind. And for your tarot cards, we have Strength, Two of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Six of Cups, and the Chariot card. Okay, we'll do your charms and your pendulum. Let's just take a look here and see what we have for the cards first. Just give me a minute here. So I think this is such a beautiful card. This deck is beautiful. This is the Goddess Oracle by Collab and Reed. I love it. But this card is the one that jumps out at me, and I feel like, this person doesn't have any intention of revealing this secret crush. Like, this card fits in perfectly. That's so awesome because secrets, this just fits the theme. So I feel like, though, they don't have any intention. Like, this is something they're holding very close to them. So I don't think that they're... And with the Observer card, I feel like perhaps they are just sort of waiting. They're observing you from a distance, like not in a creepy way, but just sort of, perhaps they have you in their life and they're just sort of not sharing anything at this point. I don't feel like they are really wanting to make a move at this point. Okay. For some reason, they're just hesitating, I feel like. With the Let Your Friends Help You card, perhaps they're asking friends for advice. You might have some mutual friends. Maybe they're sharing with their friends their feelings for you. But I get the feeling like they're really keeping this quite secret. So, but they might be asking their friends or mutual friends for advice. They might, or your friends actually might have some information. So maybe your friends have a clue as to who this person is. Sometimes it just takes an outside perspective to set it, like sometimes someone might be like, oh, this person likes you and you had like no idea, right? So that's one thing that this could be. Keep an open mind tells me that this person, because it says your soulmate may differ from your usual type or expectations. So that tells me like you might not expect this at all. This is going to be someone you didn't expect to have feelings for you, or somebody that you wouldn't ordinarily be drawn to, but it's telling you that there's potential here. There's definite potential. And perhaps that's why they're keeping it so secret, or the Observer card, because they just know that perhaps maybe they're not your usual type, or you've never dated anyone like them. Sort of is what I'm getting here. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to figure these out. The Strength card tells me that they might be building up some courage. You've got the Lion here, so that makes me feel like they're trying to build up the courage to tell you, but at this point I don't think that they're planning on doing that anytime soon. This card can also be about being patient too, so they might want to build a strong friendship first. Maybe that's their plan. They want to be friends with you first and just sort of build up a relationship there. The Two of Wands talks about sort of planning, looking ahead and making some decisions. So perhaps they're planning what they can do or how they can go about sharing their feelings with you or with your friends or with some of their friends. So I feel like they're sort of imagining the future and building up the strength and the courage and figuring out how they want to go about this. The Wheel of Fortune is all about changes and sometimes unexpected changes. So This sort of reminds me of the keep an open mind card. So this is going to be someone you don't expect, okay? This person that has a crush on you is somebody you wouldn't expect in a million years. So that's really cool. But this can oftentimes have to do with new romance too. But these are like lucky, positive changes for the most part with the Wheel of Fortune. The Chariot card tells me like they, again, could be working on themselves, doing some self-discovery or some planning, building up willpower. And that also tells me they could be conflicted. With the Two of Wands and the Chariot card, they might have some problems to work through, or they might be conflicted about how to go about this. And the Six of Cups too actually makes me feel like this is somebody that you know from the past. This is somebody from your past. Okay, so because oftentimes the Six of Cups is about reconnecting with somebody from the past, as well as your inner child. But in romance readings, usually it's a clue that this person is already somebody that you know pretty well from the past, though. So this could be a past lover, this could be a past friend, this could just be somebody that you used to know a long time ago, either from school, or maybe you have them on Facebook, or maybe they follow you on Instagram, and you just wouldn't expect them to feel that way about you. But that's what it's saying, is this is going to be somewhat of a surprise or a shock that maybe your friends are aware of. Maybe your friends have been saying like, oh my gosh, I think so-and-so has a crush on you, and maybe you just don't see it. But I do feel like they're keeping it very secret. I don't feel like they have any intentions of sharing it anytime soon, because I think they're trying to figure out an action plan on how to connect with you. And the Observer card too tells me that they're just sort of watching and waiting. And the Moon here, the Moon card has to do with secrets. Okay, so that really fits in well too. So I think they're just sort of waiting for an opportunity at this point. And again, asking their friends for advice. But keep an open mind is interesting, because it's telling me to, with the Wheel of Fortune, like this is going to be unexpected. This is going to be quite a surprise for you. Somewhat of a shock when this person comes forth, if they come forth to tell you. But they are building up courage. I think they're sort of getting the strength up, and they're just trying to figure out how to do this. They're trying to figure out how to share, how to connect with you. Maybe they don't have you as a friend currently on social media, and they're trying to get up the courage to add you as a friend. Or again, maybe ask a friend to say, hey, like, maybe can you put in a good word for me type thing. Let's look at your charms, group 3. Okay. So this one fell out here. Oh, the Two of Cups. Very nice. So it would be, I think, a really awesome connection, even though it might be someone you're not expecting with the Keep an Open Mind card. I think it would be a really positive connection. The Ghost also speaks from someone from the past too, so that's another clue that it could be somebody from the far past. We have lots of letters here. We have a W, a J, a Z, an L, an X, an E, and a B, an A and a Y. So lots of letters. That could be location. That could be the school you guys went to or worked together at. It could be like if you had a job together. I'm just sort of trying to give you ideas of what those letters could mean. So it could be a location or an initial of a name. Okay, this hand sort of holding on tells me that they haven't been able to let go of you. So this really also speaks of someone from the past. I wonder if it's an ex too for some of you. But this person can't seem to let go of you. They have strong, deep feelings for you that they really can't control. And the friend charm tells me again that this person could be a friend from the past as well. And they're really trying to keep this secret. I think this is somebody they're really not wanting to reveal this at this point. And the Smoky Quartz sort of makes me feel like they're feeling sort of foggy about the situation too, which makes sense. Oh, we also have the little Moon charm. I'm just going to grab these cards here. I like to sort of match them up to the charms. I think this person has an excellent sense of humor. They're very kind, very giving, very generous. Very comforting for you. And the comforting, like the little teddy bear, reminds me of familiarity. So you're very familiar with this person already, or they're very familiar with you. Dream. Okay, so they dream about you. They fantasize about you. But a very gentle soul. This tells me that they're hardworking. This also can speak of carrying something. So they might be carrying this as like a very deep secret. Very, very strong feelings. This is about new romance. I do get the feeling like they have a very excellent sense of humor, though. But how perfect. The secret card just sort of says it all to me. I feel like this is something they've carried for a long time. This is a crush that they really, you're very important to them, okay? And they really want to build on it. And I think they want to, for some of you, they really want to establish a strong friendship first. The Chariot really sort of makes me feel like they're working on something within themselves too. And again, they're trying to build that willpower up. Let your friends help you. So again, they could be asking their friends for advice on how to go about it, or your friends might already be aware of this, so maybe they can give you some clues as well. Oh, and the frog sort of reminds me of like the Frog Prince. Okay, so somebody you didn't expect that turns out to be like your Prince Charming or your, Princess Charming, like whatever the case may be. This is just somebody you might not expect. And again, the ghost reminds me of somebody from the past. The abundance charm, like the pot of gold, tells me it's like a treasure. This is like the treasure at the end of the rainbow. So this person's actually going to be an amazing match for you. And we have the Two of Cups too. So this is somebody that you're going to have a very strong connection with. And it's going to be somebody that gives as much as you give. It's very reciprocal. Yeah, the Six of Cups, pardon me, really makes me think like this is somebody from your past, as well as the ghost there. The Wheel of Fortune, so changes, unexpected, that sort of makes sense with the Keep an Open Mind card. And the Strength, so they're building up courage. And at this point, they're just sort of watching and waiting to see what's going to happen. So let's look at your pendulum, group 3, and see what color hair and what color eyes this person might have. The person that has a secret crush on you. Let's find out what hair color they have. And I'd be interested to see if the reading with Brooke matches up with this one, if they support each other. So okay, so they're either bald, might have gray hair, they might shave their head, they might have a mixture of different colors, they might have some fashion dye in, so maybe they dye their hair. That could be any number of things. Okay, and then eye color. So other would include gray, or like gray eyes, or colors that sort of are a mixture, or some people's eyes change, and some people have one color, like their left eye is a different color than their right eye, so any of those situations would fall under other. So let's find out eye color. Yeah, I'd really like to know if this matches up with Brooke's reading, if this sort of supports, like, it gives you a clue as to who it is with both of our readings combined. Okay, so eyes, blue or green eyes, and if that's not likely, because a lot of people with my last reading said that where they live, it's very unlikely that they would meet someone with that eye color. So just sort of take what resonates. It might just be flecks of that color, okay? So if somebody has brown eyes with little flecks of blue or green, so just take what resonates. Okay, so let's just recap here. So we have a situation where somebody isn't planning on making a move at this point. They're trying to just build up some strength and willpower to open up. It's a very strong secret, and they're very aware of you. Again, with the secret with the moon there. Okay, I think it would be a really positive relationship. You've got the Two of Cups here. Oh, the Seven of Cups too. That's interesting. But they find you very comforting. They find you very familiar. Okay, again, secrets. You've got the Moon charm. I think it would be an excellent relationship. You have the Abundance charm. Lots of initials here. Very deep feelings. And then with the Six of Cups combined with this is definitely somebody from your past. That could be an ex, an old friend, somebody that you used to work with or go to school with. That could be any number of things. But very deep feelings, lots of secrets. Friend, again, the frog reminds me of like the Frog Prince. I'll just raise these up so you can get a good look. This sort of reminds me of sense of humor and a good friendship, like a positive friendship. And I feel like this person's very selfless, very kind soul, very gentle soul, but very attached to you. Very, very attached to you. And they dream about you too. Wow, group 3. Very cool. I hope you guys find out who that is soon. So leave me a comment if this resonated, and I'd love to hear if it matched up with your reading with Brooke. I think this is like, I had so much fun doing this collaboration, and I really thank you guys for watching our videos, and you guys are amazing, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye.